What up, what up? It's your boy Aimzo. Welcome to Unorthodox Mind TV. We're here for another episode, something different today, something completely different from what I normally do. It's not a music video, it's not a song review or artist review. I'm not talking about any artist. This is more of something that I've been wanting to talk about, but never really had a chance to do so. So this is more of me coming to you open-hearted, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to share something. I don't even know where to start. Basically, it's about self-esteem and loving yourself and believing in yourself. So it's like 11 something p.m. after work today. I just came off work and I decided to make this video. So just bear with me. Okay, I'm a little bit about me so I can get into this. I'm from West Africa. You know, I was born here. My whole family tree, my mom, my dad, everybody is from West Africa, Senegal to be precise. And as much as I love the American culture, you know, and I love the Senegalese culture, they're two completely different things, you know, right? So the way people think, the mentality, the realities, you know, living in poverty versus living in a rich country, even though I never had to struggle for anything when I was, you know, younger as a kid, you know, but I still know a lot of people who struggle for things on a day-to-day basis. You know, and my family was always the one type of family that I always try to help out, you know, that always tried to look out for other people who couldn't look out for themselves. Because basically, I was born here in the U.S. and I left when I was 7 years old because my dad was a diplomat, so we traveled a lot. You know, I lived in different countries and stuff, but I spent most of my time in Senegal. So, and all that just to tell you this. The cultures and the things that we're used to here in America, we take it for granted, you know, so much. And sometimes even I take it for granted, you know. But growing up, you know, in Africa, you always have to maintain a certain look. For example, you know, we gotta act a certain way, you know, we gotta behave a certain way, you know. And one thing that I admire about the African culture is you always respect your elders and all that stuff. I don't really see that here in America, if we're being honest. You know, nobody respects people based on their age and all that stuff, right? It's different. But what I'm trying to tell you is, you know, I've been trying to find a purpose in my life, you know, my purpose in life for a long time, you know, and I struggled with finding that. For a long time, I thought it was, you know, I always knew it was about helping people in some way, but I never really understood in what way exactly, you know, and that I think it took me a long time to figure it out. But I can tell you now that I feel like I did find it. I'm 33 years old. It took me all this time to find it, and so I've been on that journey pretty much. And what it is that I found out is I'm passionate about helping people and passionate about making a change and changing the way that people are judging other people based on the way that they look, right? And that's one thing that I'm truly passionate about because it affects me, and that's why I'm making this video today. And the reason why I say it's about you know, loving yourself and self-confidence and believing in yourself, it's all going to make sense at the end. So where I come from in Senegal, you know, not everybody, there's a lot of people, there's some people who have like long hair and dreads and, you know, tattoos, but it's not many of them, right? I want to say the big majority of the population has, you know, the short hair, trimmed up, nice haircut. Nothing wrong with that. I love that. I cut my hair myself for 5 years, you know, my own hair, because I was so into that. But then at some point I realized, look, my whole life growing up, my parents would always make me, and not just me, but everybody, you know, and every family that I knew will make every man go get their hair cut every 2 weeks or every week sometimes, you know. And that's normal, you know, like if you live under your parents' roof, you know, you got to go by their rules and all that, and that's cool. But early on in my life, at an early age, I kind of started to think, because I've always been a thinker. I'm like, why is it that we always got to cut our hair? Why do we got to follow a certain code and look a certain way? Like, who we trying to imitate? You know, of course, we were colonized by the French, so a lot of that, I understand it. You know, it comes from Europe, whatever, but I never really understood it. I'm like, why is it not okay to grow your hair, for example, and still look decent, still look acceptable, still look presentable? And I get it. They'll say something like, you know, your first impression is very important, and I get that. It is true. You can't make a second first impression. You only get one shot at that. I get it. Trust me, I do. But they take it to the extent, because they think so old school. They take it to the extent of saying that you can only get a good job if you look a certain way. You can only do this if you look a certain way, you know. And I'm not mad, or I ain't got nothing against anybody who looks that way, right? But here's my thing. We're in 2021 right now. Things changed. It's not 1960 no more, you know. And there's a lot more business owners or CEOs and whatever type of people who look a certain way, you know, have tattoos all the way up to their neck, you know, and our CEOs and our private business owners, successful business owners, or even if you're working for somebody, you still can look the same, that's that way, and still be successful. Because what I'm trying to say is, it's not your look that matter, it's what you bring to the table and how you present yourself. Because you can have long hair, dreads, a mohawk, whatever, and still speak in a very eloquent way, you know, and still be smart. You know, that doesn't change. That doesn't take anything away from that. But my parents, for example, they never understood that. You know, they argued against me every time. Every time that I said I'm growing my hair out, it was a problem, you know. And I don't blame them. That's what they know. You know, that's what they grew up on. That's what they've seen everybody around them do. And that's what they know. But I'm trying to change that, because it's beyond just what they're, beyond just what they think, you know. I feel like as a people, when we see, like, let's take an example here. We see somebody, when we see a dreadhead guy walking down the street, you know, if he's either a minority, especially if he's black, the first thing that we think is, he must be up to no good. You know, and that's sad. You know, that's sad, because we shouldn't be judging people based on the way that they look, you know. That person you see could be a CEO. He could be a multi-millionaire who's just minding his business. He's not robbing nobody. He's not, you know, shooting up drugs, or he's not, you know, trying to set up a scam or whatever. But just because we've seen somebody before or heard of somebody before who looks like that, who does those type of things, that we automatically assume if you look like it, then you're it. Well, then why don't we do the same with everybody else? Why don't we do the same with everybody, like the McVeighs and all that stuff, who bombed and killed kids? Just because they look like, somebody looks like him, doesn't mean that they're going to do things like him. You know, that never made sense to me. So I never accepted that. I never was for it. And the reason why, one of the reasons why I'm growing my hair now, right now, you can see I got the braids on. It's time to take them out. I know it's all nappy, but it's for multiple reasons. You know, number one, I just love seeing, you know, long, beautiful, healthy, natural hair on men or women. It doesn't matter. You know, number two, it kind of reminds me of our ancestors back home in Africa. You know, I'm not saying all of our ancestors had long hair or dreadlocks and all that stuff, but that's just what it reminds me of. You know, I've seen a lot of pictures of, or paintings of our ancestors, and that's how they looked. Not all of them, but most of them. You know, dreadhead, beautiful, black, strong dreadheads. It just reminds me of my roots. That's reason number two. Reason number three is what I just mentioned. You know, there's a certain stereotype that goes with having dreads. Like, people say you're not going to be successful, or you're up to no good, or people are going to look at you a certain way. But I'm trying to change that. And I believe that's my purpose in life right now. You know, my purpose can change tomorrow, but right now that's what I and passionate about. That's what I'm trying to change. So I am getting locks in less than 2 weeks. You know, I'm not gonna say anything. Well, I guess I said it in 2 weeks, so y'all gonna see it on my next video, hopefully, or maybe in the next couple videos, because I'm trying to post as many videos as I can. You know, I just do. I'm just doing it. You know, I don't. And at the end of the day, what I told my family too is it's just hair. You know, if I don't like it in 2 months, I can cut it off. I don't think I will cut it off. I'm getting it for a reason. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why I said at the beginning that this video is about believing in yourself and loving yourself, I'm doing this for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing this for nobody to look at me and be like, oh, he's cool, or doing it just because I want to feel part of something. No, I'm doing it for me because I like it. I think it's cool. You know, I think it, and I have my own reasons. My reasons might not be the same as the next man or woman getting locks. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got their own reasons. You know, I'm just trying to encourage people to do things that they want to do, right? Not because it's something that society is telling them to do or not do. Because let's just face it, you know, we all live our own lives. You know, even though we're part of a society, I get it. Our family members, they all want the best things for us. Our friends, they want the best thing. Not all of them, but some of them. You know, they want the best for us. So when they give us constructive criticism for them, they're helping. But sometimes it could be a curse. And what I mean by that is this: you can love somebody, right? And somebody will tell you that they want to take on a project or do something, whatever that might be. Let's just take, for example, somebody tells you that they want to become, I don't know, a store manager. But because you never became a store manager, you tried it and you failed at it. In your mind, the way that your brain works, the way that the brain works in general, because you tried it and it was not possible for you, or at least you thought it wasn't possible, you believe that it's not possible for anybody else to do it. So now, what you're gonna tell that person that's trying to do that? Like, man, come on, man. Like, don't even waste your time. That's not possible. Like, you're not gonna make it. That's just you projecting your fear onto them. Because you're scared to try again. You're scared to try to push that boundary that you don't want nobody else to go through it. Even though for you it might be because you don't want them to suffer like you suffered. But don't do that. Just encourage people. If somebody tells you they want to go to the moon and be the second person to walk on the moon after Armstrong, that's cool. I'll be like, go for it. You know what I'm saying? Let's figure out a plan for you together. Pick a goal and let's work our way backwards and make sure we get every step. Whatever it is, however you can help. Even if it's just words that you're giving them. However you can help. But don't try to put somebody down or try to stand in somebody's way or trying to hold somebody back just because you don't think that you can make it there. So in your mind, nobody else can make it there. That's not it, man. You know, we all here on earth together, but trust me, when we die, for those of you who believe in God, when we die, we all die alone. And we all get judged alone too. So look in a certain way. You know, however look you have on this earth is not going to get you in hell or in heaven, or get you out of hell or get you out of heaven. It won't. So everybody that's mad at me for saying that I'm going to get locks and actually doing it, and I'm going to do it, there's nothing nobody can say or do that'll stop me from doing it. Some say that it's just a phase that I'm on, this long hair, that I'm going to cut it, you know, that I'm not mature yet, whatever. That's cool. That's your opinion. It's not mine. You know what I'm saying? And it's just, at some point, you know, like, you just got to do things for yourself, because you don't want to be 60, 70 years old or on your deathbed and wishing, man, I wish I did this, something, you know what I'm saying? I wish I took this risk and I did that. You only live once. As far as we know, as far as the proof that we have, you only live once. It's not coming back to life a second time. I never seen nobody who came back and can tell me how their first life was. So live your life today. Don't wait. Go for it. Whatever dream, whatever goal, people might think you're crazy, that's cool. Don't even listen to them. Block it off. Be deaf to the world and just go for it. Because look at me. I mean, I can't show you the place right now, but I just moved into my first apartment. First ever. By myself. Scary as hell, yeah. Because it's a risk that I never took before. But if I kept listening to some people, if I kept waiting on the perfect moment, I would have never done it. And I've been waiting for that perfect moment for the past 5 years. And that's what I'm trying to tell you. Like, everything there's a risk and reward. Effort is the only thing that'll guarantee progress. Even though progress is not guaranteed, but effort is the only thing that can get you there. Effort. And effort, in this case, means sacrifice, means taking a risk, means believing in yourself, means putting in that work and taking a step towards it. That's it. So if you're worried about doing something because you're scared of failing, understand that there's no mistakes in life. There's only lessons. The worst thing that can happen is you learn something from it. You know what I'm saying? Taking a risk is not going to kill you. I'm not talking about going bungee jumping or bungee jumping, period. That type of risk. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about doing something for yourself. Life is beautiful if you make it beautiful, you know. And there's too many people in the way trying to take you out of that path. But you can't let them steer you away. You got to be laser focused and you got to believe in yourself. You know, not everybody is going to be on the same wavelength as you, but you got to be on your own wavelength. You know what I'm saying? You got to take things into your own hands and just do it. Yeah. So I'm not trying to make this video too long, you know, but I just wanted to speak my mind and just let you know that you are beautiful. You are special. Everybody on this earth got a gift from God. Every single body. You just got to find it. You know, mine could be music, you know what I'm saying? Like, comment, and subscribe. You're going to see a lot of links of my music coming up. You know, but everybody's special. That's it for me, man. It's your boy Amzo. Like, comment, and subscribe. Spread the word. And at the end of the day, believe in yourself. Yes, sir.